Hey everybody out there, this is Kris Nicholson. I just wanted to show you what I'm working on. I got the whole piano apart, but this right over here, this is my toy piano project. It's only going to be a 61 key, and as you can see, it has brand new key tops. The keyboard itself came from a Kawai MP9000 that was destroyed. So the key tops from the MP9000 are original, except for the sharps. All the sharps I had to cut down. I had to actually cut down into mini size, and basically they are real ebonies. So it looks good. It's gonna actually feel good too. I satinized the whole keyboard, so it feels a lot smoother to play. And over here, this is the key bed, and also the cheeks of the piano. And as you can see, I added the bushings and the punchings, and these are the lead weights right over here. So I'm about to actually add the lead weights to it. That's going to be another process. The reason the whole piano is apart is because I'm also thinking about coloring it today. It's a nice day out, so I was like, Kris, why don't we work on it? So I have the same thing over here. Just basically just trying to measure how the weight distance is on here. So if I press down this key, this one's not coming up as much. So I have to actually figure that out. This one comes up a lot, which is good. And the sharps, that feels really good. That feels a lot heavier than the other two. So I have those two weights, and I bought fishing oars right there. So I have to cut them down. You know why? Because they're going to end up bumping against each other. So I have to size them down and actually see how am I going to do that. So these are basically fishing oars, and this right over here, that was a lead rod, which is a square rod, which I got from Home Depot. And because the keys are too short, so they don't have any balance. Once I take those weights off, the keys fall down, and they don't go back up. So that's what I had to do with this and figure out. Now these weights are going to be inside the key right here, so I have to drill where it's going to actually be and then file them down, and that's it. And that's what this is for right over here, my grinding wheel. His name is Frank, so I call him Frank because he looks like a Frank. I don't know why. And then my vice grips, just in case, All right, so let's get back to the piano. I actually installed the soundboard. I took the bridge out, and you can see where that part is right there, but it's going to be a toy piano. It's not going to be an actual piano. So I just needed just the soundboard wood. And right now it's not colored. So the soundboard is the original color, so I'm just going to leave that. But I have to end up taking the soundboard out of it and coloring probably the back of it. And when I add the finish to the whole piano, you see they got the legs right there, which is pretty cool. So that goes on the bottom of the key bed. I don't want the soundboard to get colored, So I did a good job cleaning up the back of it. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. The ribs are going the wrong way, which they are. But this is a toy piano, so it's going to resonate a lot differently than the regular piano. The soundboard is attached to it, but it's a floating soundboard. So I made it the floating soundboard. As you can see, the sides are kind of off of it. And I am going to make the bottom of it a little bit more floating, just to see how it's going to be. So that's another thing. I'm thinking about coloring it a redwood mahogany. And the rest of the piano parts over here. So that's the bottom panel right there, and this is the top panel with the music holder. Actually, it's just big, so the top panel just goes right on top up there, and the bottom panel goes in the bottom. And I made a little bit room for electronics, so I'm thinking about adding speakers for the electronic part. So it's going to be part toy piano, just like a show and hut, with the tines, and it's going to be a hybrid of a digital piano. So I can shut off those tines and actually make it into a digital piano. So here's all of the weights that I had to cut today. And I'm using this adhesive, which is a rapid fasting. I just got to size up. As you can see, there's two lines. One of the lines, the line up top, I just got to size it down just a little bit so I can fit them underneath the keys. And you can see all the weights in the back there. And right over here, these are going to be the hammers, but the only problem about it is that they're too large and I have to cut the action down. So I took the whole action apart, and these are the hammers for that piano right there. And I took off all of the felts. The reason of that is because it's hitting tines, so I have to make those hammers a little bit stronger, the way how it's supposed to be. So I took off all the felts. I'm going to spray the whole action with basically a lacquer, which will make the wood a little bit more stiffer and stronger. And over here, these are all the action parts. So all I'm going to need is basically the check, which if you don't know what a check is, this little L bracket right here. So all I need is that, and I need the spring, and I probably need the back check. So I have to shrink the action down just for the whole thing to fit. Right over here, these are all the dampers. So I'm thinking about putting damper system into this toy piano, if I could fit it in. Remember, it's a very small frame, so as much as I can fit in, that will be good. If I don't have dampers on it, it's no problem, because it resonates anyway, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I just wanted to show you what I am working on. It is a lot, and you know, I'll show you the process, what I'm going along. And this is all hand built by me, everybody. As I tell people, everybody's like, oh, can you build me one? Can you build me one? Yes, I can, and I will. I could build you one, but number one, it's expensive. The wood was expensive, you know. The wood's expensive. You have to find an old piano. That's an old spinet piano action, not an upright, a spinet piano action. And I have the same spinet piano right in that blue covering right there, which I'm going to make into a portable upright. But that one, the soundboard and the action and everything is good. So I just got to make that. I made a video about that. And the action. So you got to find a good piano. These lead weights and those weights, they're not cheap. All the parts are not cheap. You know, you have to find genuine parts to make it. I mean, I can make it as cheap as you want it, but it's not going to come out as good. The soundboard is a Mason and Hamlin soundboard. So we got Mason and Hamlin sharps and Mason and Hamlin soundboard right there. So I took off the name on it, but it does say Mason and Hamlin. You see? So that's right. One thing about it. I know this has like I took off the bridge, and it didn't cooperate the right way. So, but as I said, it's a toy piano, and it will still resonate. It will still resonate. All I have to do is just anchor it down the right way. All right, everybody. So this is my project of the piano, and also another one of these bars is going to be on the other side. So this is my project. Adding new wheels to it, and I'm happy of what it's coming out to be. You know, it takes a lot of time. As they say, you don't build Rome in a day. So it takes a lot of time. All right, everybody. So how did I do already? You know, just don't, if you do a project like this, don't rush into it. Just take your time and everything. So click like, subscribe, follow me on everything. Go to my Facebook. Type in Kris Nicholson. I got 2 Facebook pages. I also got a Facebook fan page, so you can join that. Subscribe, everybody. And I'll let you know how this project is going as we go along. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll be seeing you. Bye.